China's H-20, the bomber. They didn't show the world. What if the most important aircraft of the decade wasn't announced with a press conference, wasn't rolled out on a runway, and wasn't meant to be clearly seen at all? For years it existed only as a shadow, a rumor, a shape under a sheet. And now, piece by piece, that shadow is starting to move. Beat. Music rises. This is the story of China's most secretive aircraft, and why its reveal may be more unsettling than impressive. Why this matters. To understand why this aircraft matters, you have to understand what bombers really represent. They're not just planes, they're political messages with wings. For decades, only a handful of nations have possessed true strategic stealth bombers, aircraft capable of flying thousands of miles, slipping through air defenses, and striking targets no one expects to be vulnerable. For a long time, that club was very small, and China wasn't in it. Until now. China's bomber problem. China's bomber fleet for most of its modern history was built on legacy designs. Large, loud, visible, capable of carrying weapons, yes, but limited in range, survivability, and stealth. These aircraft could patrol nearby regions, but penetrating deep into defended airspace? That was a different story, and Chinese military planners knew it. If power projection was the goal, if deterrence was the goal, something entirely new had to be built, something that didn't announce itself. The first hint, then something unusual happened. Not a leak, not a spy photo, a deliberate tease. In a polished, state-approved video, viewers caught a glimpse of something massive, hidden beneath fabric, its outline unmistakable. No engines visible, no tail, just a smooth, unnatural curve, a flying wing. The message wasn't subtle. China wasn't asking for attention. It was a signaling capability. Why the shape changes? Everything stealth doesn't start with coatings or materials. It starts with shape. Flying wing aircraft are designed to reflect radar waves away from their source, not back toward it. Every sharp edge is intentional. Every curve is calculated. This isn't about speed, it's about not being there until it's too late. That silhouette alone placed this aircraft in the same conceptual family as the most advanced bombers ever built. And that raised eyebrows everywhere. The internet finds a glimpse. Then came the clip. A short, grainy video is circulating online. A massive, wing-shaped aircraft flying alongside a known fighter. Its scale immediately apparent. Was it real? A prototype? A decoy? No official confirmation followed, and that silence was intentional, because ambiguity itself is a weapon. What analysts believe without confirmed specifications, analysts turn to physics, logistics, and pattern recognition. If this aircraft exists as believed, it likely features long-range capability without refueling, internal weapons base to preserve stealth, multi-role mission profiles, a payload designed for strategic deterrence, not just bombs, but options. This wouldn't be a single-purpose aircraft. It would be a platform. The comparison everyone makes. The comparisons were inevitable. America's stealth bombers set the benchmark. But copying isn't as simple as tracing a silhouette. Different materials, different manufacturing constraints, different doctrines. This aircraft isn't about matching someone else. It's about closing a strategic gap and doing it faster than anyone expected. The strategic shift. Here's where the conversation changes. A stealth bomber doesn't need to be used to be effective. Its mere existence forces adversaries to ask, where could it reach? When could it launch? And how would we stop it? Defense planning becomes more expensive, more complex, more uncertain. That uncertainty is the real payload. More than a bomber. But buried beneath the bomber discussion is something more unsettling. This aircraft may not operate alone. Emerging concepts suggest it could coordinate with unmanned systems, releasing drones mid-flight, extending its reach, confusing defenses, multiplying its presence. Not one aircraft on radar, many. Distributed, networked, adaptive. That's not just stealth, that's systemic invisibility, The silence is the point. And here's the most important part of the story. Despite years of speculation, despite growing evidence, China has never formally unveiled this aircraft. No rollout ceremony, no test footage montage, no specification sheet, only controlled glimpses. Because the goal isn't applause, the goal is doubt. Why that's unsettling. Military surprises don't announce themselves when they're ready. They announce themselves when it's too late to ignore them. History is full of moments where a single technological shift forced everyone else to rethink the rules. This feels like one of those moments. Not because of what we know, but because of what we don't. What happens next? So what happens now? Flight tests will continue. Details will leak, intentionally or not. Other nations will respond. But the era of China lacking a true stealth bomber? That era is ending. Quietly. Closing. Viral button. This aircraft wasn't revealed to impress you. It was revealed to make you uncertain. And in modern warfare, uncertainty is power.